Ramon Hush Puppy Abbas seemed to have it all. Shopping trips in Paris with stops at Gucci and Louis Vuitton, posing by his pricey party cars, be it his Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon or his Ferrari 488 GTB, and showing off his birthday cake that depicted himself on top, surrounded by Fendi bags, were all common Instagram posts by this social media mogul. But here's the thing. All of Hush Puppy's wealth was fake. He had stolen millions from unsuspecting victims and fooled everyone. How did he do it? How long did he get away with it? Where is he now? Stick around to find out. So, just who was Hush Puppy before he was, well, Hush Puppy? Born Ramon Abbas in the city of Lagos, Nigeria, this social media influencer and future scammer grew up rather poor and made his living washing cars. His father was a cab driver, and his mother sold bread on the street. No doubt it was these humble beginnings that made Ramon dream of a better life. Unfortunately, he went about getting that better life in the entirely wrong way. Ramon was seduced by the dark underworld of internet scams and started working for a company called Yahoo Yahoo. Yes, you heard that right. This scam company took the name of the sole provider of the internet in Nigeria in a blatant attempt to confuse people. Unfortunately, this works, and people would indeed send over their money. Femi Olabi, a journalist at The Cable, has opened up about the most common and successful scams that Yahoo Yahoo would orchestrate. He said the most common format involved pretending to be an American soldier stranded in Africa. They would send emails requesting money for help to people in America. Mr. Abbas apparently had a real knack for tricking people into sending money, but Abbas wanted more. He traveled to South Africa and met up with even more seedy scammers who taught him how to take his illegal activities to the next level, and Abbas succeeded. After his first big score, he went out and bought a Rolex and posted pictures of it online. As time went on, the posts got more eccentric, and Ramon found he was gaining a following. These early Instagram posts can be traced back to 2012. Behind the scenes, Ramon was considered the ringleader of an entire group of scammers, and he moved his operation to Malaysia and eventually the United Arab Emirates. Part of the appeal of his posts was absolutely Abbas's biting tone. An early post featuring the interior of his Rolls-Royce was coupled with the caption, "This post is just to hurt my enemies." Another post which highlighted a beautifully arranged meal came with the text, "Hope y'all ate today." And his followers? Well, they ate it up. They started referring to Ramon as Boss Man Hush, and soon Abbas had garnered 2.5 million Instagram followers under his moniker Hush Puppy. Online, everything seemed legit. Hush Puppy would post in front of private jets, and when a representative from private jet charter company Jetex was questioned about whether or not these photos were real, they responded that Abbas did indeed fly with them. Similarly, an employee at the Lux Dubai Mall was questioned about Hush Puppy's lavish shopping sprees. He was quoted as saying he was in here every day. So, what was Hush Puppy buying? Well, to put it bluntly, anything and everything he wanted. Abbas loved cars. Posts showed off his $1.7 million A Bugatti, his $330,000 2020 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, his $200,000 Bentley Bentayga SUV, and a $330,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith. Abbas happily flaunted his watch and clothes collections as well. Abbas sported $150,000 Rolex watches, tracksuits from Gucci totaling $3,000, Burberry shirts and pants worth well over $1,500, and t-shirts from Louis Vuitton, which cost $880, paired with Supreme pants worth $1,500. But it didn't stop there. Posts showing off Dior and Fendi were also the norm, including one birthday post that showcased Hush Puppy's cake, which featured none other than a miniature of Hush Puppy himself surrounded by Fendi bags. A store where you can drop $10,000 on a beige Blouson jacket. Many online sources claimed Hush Puppy had amassed a net worth of over $4 billion. And honestly, we see why people thought that. Check out this video of Abbas spraying a crowd with $100 bills at DeVito's brother's wedding. When questioned about where his wealth came from, Hush Puppy would simply answer he was a real estate developer. But the numbers didn't add up. Something was wrong here, and the FBI took notice. Abbas even one time slipped a hint of the source of his true wealth in this Instagram post, where he told his followers that he was a beggar by profession. This was closer to the truth than anyone could have imagined. In reality, Hush Puppy's wealth was amassed by a scheme called money laundering. He would use the internet to trick innocent victims into wiring him their money. thinking the money would be going towards something else. In reality, it went right into the pockets of Mr. Abbas. Abbas's victims included a New York law firm where an unsuspecting paralegal was duped into transferring $922,857 straight into Abbas's bank account. A foreign bank was also scammed by Hush Puppy in the amount of $14.7 million in February of 2019, when Hush Puppy's team gained access to the bank's computer network. They then sent fake messages requesting money orders. But their biggest score would have undoubtedly been from an unnamed English Premier League club in the amount of $124 million. However, it was never released if this scam was successful or not. At the height of Hush Puppy's fraud, he and his team were easily gaining $1 million to $5 million per scam, and this would happen about once or twice a week. But all that came to an end in 2020. In June of 2020, SWAT teams arrived at Abbas's Dubai home located at the exclusive Palazzo Versace. Behind the scenes, the FBI had been quietly investigating who was behind these massive scams. And by analyzing not only text messages, but get this, Abbas's social media posts, they were able to get the information they needed to secure an arrest. Let that sink in for a second. The very medium that Abbas loved to flex on became the very thing that led to his downfall. The FBI were able to secure not only the contact information from Mr. Abbas from his gram, but the icing on the cake came from a certain birthday post where Rahman had a mini figurine of himself surrounded by Fendi bags. This post allowed investigators to verify his date of birth and track him to a visa application. The team now had all they needed. When the SWAT team arrived, they found not only designer goods, but millions of dollars in cash. In fact, when it was all said and done, $40 million in cash, 47 smartphones, and 13 vehicles were apprehended. They also found over 2 million email addresses of potential victims. Now, the influencer known as Hush Puppy is no more. He and his group of criminal conspirators are accused of running internet scams that netted a total of $456 million. Abbas was expelled from the United Arab Emirates and was flown first to Chicago for holding before being transferred to Los Angeles. Here, the Central District of California will be handling the prosecution. We'd say it's going to be a long, long time before the world ever sees a post from one of Hush Puppy's accounts again. And it looks like his followers couldn't care less. In one of Hush's final posts showcasing some recent designer purchases, he stated, "The God I serve doesn't want me to struggle." To which one of his followers replied, "Guess God putting you in jail." Believe it or not, this isn't the only time someone has been caught by authorities due to evidence found on their social media. In 2016, a Florida teen was arrested on 142 felony charges after law enforcement found selfies of this man holding cash, armed weapons, and even illegal substances in 2013. Looks like it's best to keep pictures of crime off the internet. We'll see you next time, right here on The Richest.